Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to The Walk. Today is Wednesday, July 16th, and we are up to Hebrews chapter 8, verse 3. And, there's quite a bit to cover here, so let's jump right into it. Verse 3 says, "For every high priest is appointed to offer gifts and sacrifices, but it is necessary for this priest also to have something to offer." So, one of the things that tends to boggle people's minds when they've already experienced a relationship with Christ is the fact that people don't want a relationship with Christ. You see this phrase on bumper stickers, t-shirts, sweatshirts, whatever, and it says, if you just knew what was available to you in this relationship with Christ, you would want it. He offers grace, peace, mercy, forgiveness, joy, all those fruits of the Spirit, spiritual gifts. There's just so much depth to this relationship. So those high priests in the Old Testament, they would offer gifts, being the tithe and offering, went above and beyond the tithes. They would offer the sacrifices. So it's necessary that Jesus had something to offer. Well, he offered himself as the sacrifice to pay for our sins. It doesn't get any bigger than that. Then we get to verse 4 and it says, "Now if he were on earth, he would not be a priest at all, since there are priests who offer gifts according to the law." What does that mean? Well, what it means is if he were here on earth, he would not be recognized as a priest because he's not doing it according to all those rules and regulations that the priests and the Sadducees and the Pharisees were worshiping at the time that Jesus was on earth. Verse 5, "They serve a copy and shadow of the heavenly things. For when Moses was about to erect the tent, he was instructed by God, saying, 'See that you make everything according to the pattern that was shown you on the mountain.'" So next week, we're going to get into the different parts of the temple as we go into Hebrews chapter 9. And we're going to talk about how that's a copy and a shadow of the heavenly things. Everything that Moses was given on that mountain, everything that he was told to do to construct the tabernacle, which was a tent in his time, and everything that Solomon was told when he constructed the temple, all those things are to represent something that is truly in heaven and something that we will truly experience when we go to heaven. So what do shadows do? You can see the shape, you can see the essence of it. Like if you saw a shadow of a human being on a sidewalk, you would know that it was a shadow of a human being. So that's what shadows do. It takes the shape of it, but it's not the actual. In the Cultural Study Bible, it had this to say, a pattern. It recalls the promised future temple in the Greek translation of Ezekiel 42:15. So we're going to be seeing what this Greek translation said about the temple. Many people envisioned a heavenly temple in terms of an earthly one. Both apocalyptic thinkers and diaspora Jewish ones thought of God's earthly temple as merely a model of the heavenly or eternal one. So this is not a new idea. Some, such as Philo of Alexandria, additionally found abundant allegorical significance even in the details. Some scholars suggest that even God's original instruction to follow the precise model given on the mountain indicated a heavenly temple. Babylonians, Canaanites, and others had modeled earthly temples after heavenly ones. Hebrews finds patterns in the earthly tabernacle that point to the greater heavenly one. The author's modest suggestions, however, contrasts starkly with the wholesome allegorizing of Philo, who explains each detail as a symbol of something that none of Moses' original readers would have guessed. The linen represents the earth, the dark red as the air, the seven-branched candelabrum as the seven planets. So there was a lot of different things that represent what's going on in heaven. And as we move forward and we get into the nitty and gritty of this temple, we're going to see what it means on earth versus what it means up in heaven. And we're going to get pretty deep into chapter 9. We may be in chapter 9 for quite a while, and we're already researching it. Have a wonderful day. God bless, and keep walking the walk.